Greetings everyone. What we're going to do in this tutorial, I'm going to give you a brief or an overview of Google. It's going to be, it's not going to be a long tutorial. I just want to make sure that you understand some of the major components before we break down and get into some very specific things that'll help your organization and your marketing efforts online. Okay. So if you look on the screen here, we have the Google homepage, and I just want to first look at something. Let's just put the word church. Hit search, and let's see what we have here. Starting from the top, of course, we've got Google's various services. We got the phrase. These things don't really mean much. Top to bottom. One thing I want to notice here, again, these are the top 10 results down here, and these are the organic listings. But first thing you notice that there are 432 million different websites that Google feels are adequate for this word search. I mean the word church, when you're searching for that word. Okay, and you notice that on the right hand side here, these are sponsored links. So you've got 432 million sites that Google thinks are relevant. However, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 here that show up specifically, and one thing these people know, they're marketing, they're making sure that their website link shows up for Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay, these 8 websites are showing up, and they're paying to show up, and when they don't pay until you click them. This is what you call a pay-per-click or sponsored link. Sometimes you see some right here, 1 or 2 in the highlighted yellow background. Okay, so again, over here, these are the organic results for the search church. Get the first 3 here, and right here, this is a video. This doesn't really relate to, or it is organic, but this is, it's video. These are videos that are on YouTube.com that Google felt that if you're looking for the word church, these 2 videos might be relevant. And if you click church here, it'll show you all the videos that they feel are relevant for the search word church. Okay, and then if you notice here, Google pulls up the top 10 churches in the area that are registered with Google on their local business directory, and we're going to get into that later on. But these are all different churches that show up. They don't pay any money, but they're all here for free. And then it continues on with the top 10 list of websites that show up for the word church. Okay, so you got your organic listings, then you've got your video. Video and the local maps kind of insert themselves in the middle of the regular organic listings. Again, Google knows that I live in Tulsa, though I'm not signed in. Look over here on the right, I'm not signed in, but Google knows that I live in Tulsa. So they show me these paid ones for Tulsa. They show me these local businesses with a map, and I can see where they are in proximity to my exact zip code. And then there's all these other websites. Most of them are mainly national sites. But then if you notice, there are also books. This books is not the regular organic listings. The books come from what's called Google Base. And there's also Google Product Search. That is a different way that you can have your content, if it's related to the search phrase, show up. And then again here, there's other searches which are pretty popular: Church Chicken, Church Finder, Online Church, Church Pictures, Church Directory, Church Shoes, Church of Christ, and Bible. All these are just suggestions from Google. Okay, so again, there are at least organic, that's 1, paid, that's 2, video, that's 3, local business, that's 4, and then books or Google Base, which we'll talk about, that's 5. There's at least 5 different ways that you can show up on Google for a search phrase, at least 5. And the only thing you pay for, or the only thing that you pay Google for specifically, are these sponsors links here. But all these things here are all free. Okay, let's just add a little bit more detail to our search. Let's put Tulsa Church. I'm in Tulsa. I might want a church in town. So some people might search Tulsa Church, or again, Tulsa churches. So again, because I added the city, Google knows that I'm very specifically wanting the ones that are located in the city of Tulsa. So they prioritize their local business directory and they put these up first. Okay, these are the most important. It's putting the local businesses first. There's still these here. Again, I added the word Tulsa, but I think it's almost the exact same list, or pretty close to the exact same list that shows up here. These are 8 people that are paying to show up, and that's it. But again, you got these here. Then there's the organic listings, also known as SEO. SEO is the principles and skills that optimize or try to get your website to show up in the free listings. So again, these are Tulsa churches, and there should be 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, there's no books, but there's again some more specific church searches related to Tulsa Church, which are probably the most popular searches, different denominations, as you can see. Okay, again, there's no books. It doesn't show up. And again, you see here, now there are 2,350,000 results that Google felt might be related to the phrase Tulsa Church. When we did just church, there were 400 million. So now there's only 2 million. Okay? So again, this is just an overview. What we're going to mainly end up focusing on is this, how to get your, the next thing is going to be how to get your business or your organization to show up here. And then we're also going to talk about the key components that optimize your website so they can show up here. Because again, there's 2.3 or 4 million different websites. There's definitely not that many churches in Tulsa, but there are different churches that have those words on it. They have Tulsa and have church. And so how do you get your website, your church, to show up on the front page? Again, that's what we're going to be talking about. Okay? Thank you. Actually, let's try one different thing. I want to show you one other thing with the product search. Let's try pastoral care. Just want to show you one other thing that might be. Nope, that's still the books. Pastoral care. Actually, I know one's totally off the subject, but it will definitely give you more of an understanding of the Google base or the product search. Batting cage, batting cages. Here we go. Just want to show you one other area of Google. And for the search phrase batting cages, again, you'll see the people that pay the sponsored listings. Now there's still these 8 or 10 on the side, plus there's even more sponsored links. But the number 1 and the number 2 link show right here. You notice they're still the same thing. Again, they got your local businesses that relate to that search phrase. Okay. And I can change my location with any zip code or city, and Google will remember me by. But the main thing I want to show you also, there are these shopping results. That's also the Google base. If you have a product, perhaps you have a CD series, a tape series, I don't know, a concerts, people look for music, anything that you have to offer as a product, not only do you want to put on your website, but if you put it into the Google base, you can show up in the shopping results that relate to the keyword phrase that is a part of the title of your product. Okay. Again, that's then you got your video results here. Anyway, that's pretty much the overview of what you see in Google. And again, we're going to get into some details of, again, the least expensive / free ways to get your website to show up right here on the front. Thanks.